Hello everyone and welcome back to Inindo Wave the Ninja on the Super Nintendo, and I believe we may have finally solved all of the stereo sound issues. Before we go on, pointing out a few minor things. Leveled up a little bit. Also I have less money. That's because I bought these guys some equipment. Iron hat. Gold suit, those are some of the best defense items that are accessible prior to the second half of Japan. You can't get to the second half of Japan until you beat it's the dungeon next to Echizen Castle, whatever. Until you beat that, you can't go past the barrier that blocks the other half of Japan. Every time you beat a dungeon, you have access to another barrier. I don't know if Amaji Koji can wear the iron hat. Also, I got rid of the Yoshi suit and the Yoshi blade because I realized our next obstacle will be Mount Ontake, where we get to fight the guardian spirit of Nobunaga. Yeah. Amazing. But first, show you where to find some treasure in this dungeon. Now, I don't know if this is true of every dungeon, but once you clear out a dungeon, you can pretty much explore it without running into enemies. Some dungeons don't do this, but any training dungeon. Like, there's a difference between the training dungeon and the just mission and the non-mission dungeons. Training dungeon is you go to the elder, he tells you find this, and you find it, and take it, he gives you magic. Non-training dungeons are the other dungeons where you have some goal in mind, usually a boss of some kind. I still don't know what these switches trigger, and I've been playing this game for years. Go this way, over here. Now you have a maze. That stuff is supposed to be lava or fire, but it looks like shredded cheese to me. But then again, these graphics are amazing compared to the original. I've played brief moments of the original. Not any detail, because I can't read Japanese, but just trust me. Energy pill. Not as good as an energy up, but sometimes anything will do. I'll give it to Hanzo because he's got the least crap in his bag. Over here is a metal hat, which as of right now is completely useless. This is another thing I wish Final Fantasy VII or 7, just any of them did. Once you clear out a mission dungeon, you can explore freely to get treasure without running into bad guys. I believe this is a dead end. Right. And that's the way to get the item. I've already got the item. So you go up here. You get stuck. See, even good people who played this, they've played games for years and they screw up. No point going down there. So I think we've exhausted all of the treasure in this dungeon. Wait. Okay, let me get there. equip it, but it's far better used as an item that heals you. Aha! Smoke bomb. Now you'd think that would be an offensive item, but it's actually equivalent to the Vanish spell that the Sage class gets, the healers. It allows you to escape from a battle. Now, you can't use this to escape from any battle, because I think it doesn't work on boss battles. It will just outright fail. Okay, so now what we've done, gotten all the treasure. So now we go to Mount Ontake. I'll show you how to get there. Now we can pass through this barrier, and it's right here. Might as well give you a rundown of what we gotta do. We have to get the Diary of Oda Nobunaga, which for some ungodly reason is just lying around in a random dungeon. Red wolves. Any kind of dog type enemy, or like these wolves, they can summon their friends to battle, and it prolongs the battle. And it's fucking annoying. This dungeon is also kind of like a maze. Your first temptation is to go straight for the door, the top, but you can't access the door because you don't have the key. I was leveling up in this dungeon while we were away from the video, because it was the latest dungeon is always the best place to level up. And they were doing like 19 damage before, but now that I've got better equipment, it's doing much less damage. Nice. I wish I was one of those gamers that could figure out ridiculously complicated stuff about the nature of video games. Like, if you go onto like the Pokemon Wiki, Bulbapedia, and look up the formula for the catch rate, it is ridiculous. How they figured this out is I don't know. So this game must have, I don't think it has just a random counter or random number generator for critical hits, because they're far too rare for that. But I wish I could figure it out. Yeah, it tells you. Can't access that door though. I hate these guys. I hate these guys so much. Whenever my main character gets dizzy, I just run. Don't go behind this door, there's nothing there. You will be just wasting your time. And we have the spiral room. It took me like 5 tries to refigure out how to do this. And it's complicated. I'll show you. Because the game tries to trick you. You gotta be clever. Hanzo can't shoot from there. I might as well waste burn. Most bosses are simply immune to magic for some reason. So basically, all you'll be able to do is like buffing spells like guard or speed. And healing spells. This is why you should always have a healer in your party. Because ninjas and wizards don't make good healers. They only have like one healing spell apiece. No, it's not that one. See, these two floors are virtually identical. But only one has an exit door. Entrance door doesn't have an exit door. The floor with the exit door doesn't have an entrance door. Okay, so normally you get trapped here because you think it's right in your way. But here's what you do: you put yourself like this and hit left, allowing you to go completely around that space. See, push in the direction you want to go, and you can go around the space. Okay. There's all sorts of lines here. It's like a grid pattern, but basically there's a teleporter that leads to the exit door, and all the other teleporters simply take you to another teleport space in the same grid. So what you want to do after you defeat the Ghost is you go find it. Stay in the grid until you've gotten all the treasure, then simply find the one. It's impossible to miss. Eventually, you will try it all. Flute fairies are annoying because, like Cranius, they can also emit a cold. It's not a ton of damage, but it is annoying. And by that I mean it's not a ton of damage at the level I'm at. I'm taking this bastard out. Dream Ghost has a bizarre mixture of spells. It's got... Most monsters that have spells have a variety of... have just like the same as a class. They're either a wizard or a healer. But Dream Ghost is one of those that has a mishmash. It has Jinx, which is a wizard spell. It has Sleep, which is a hermit sage spell, a healer spell. Those are the only two I've seen used. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's this one. Yes, it is. Now, if you're going through that, I've gotten the treasure. Stay in the grid and you'll find all the treasure. This room is huge. So what you want to do is go left a bit, not much, just a bit, and then go up. They love to spam those sleep spells. It is annoying as hell. Take him out because he can slip past me. Okay, time to heal. Trying to save my energy on the healer for the boss. Because I'm gonna need it. I guarantee I will. Now he's in a spot that I can't move to. See? So I've got to waste a burn. And I'm probably going to have to do it again. Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me a turn now. Thank you. And there we go. That battle was long and incredibly annoying. Here's the... Go through all of those for treasure. The boss is in the one on the far right. I am not going to need this, so I'm going to use repair on myself. My magic, I don't even have burn, and Nobunaga's ghost is immune to it anyway, so no point in wasting Amaji Koji on healing me when I've got repair. And repair sucks, it only heals like 14 damage. But none of these guys are too injured. I'm going to say that that's good enough. And if I'm wrong, I'll just die. The computer takes control of your character on its own. Up ahead, could it be? Why, it's Oda himself. This is my chance. See that treasure chest behind him? That's key. You will be introduced to a thing that will be incredibly annoying. Items you can't get rid of. Thankfully, there's only one, as far as I know. Well, no, there is more than one, you just don't access it right away. Shit, he's where you can heal. This calls for a shuffle. Every day I'm shuffling. You there. Defend. Yes, I know, thank you. Shit, I'm fucking cornered. God damn, there's really nothing I can fucking do. Hanzo anywhere. Well, at least if I go here, I'll be able to shoot him from afar for 2 damage. Yes, thank you. Well, he's going for the fucking healer. No, I needed to heal. And no, I needed to. I might as well do this. No point not doing it. Still going for it. If I lose this battle, if I lose a character in this battle, there's a good chance that character might die. That's such is the fate of, such is the way with bosses. See, I bought a fire staff. See, he's immune to magic. I know what I can do. Forward. He attacks. I defend. Up here. You down there. Good. He's not going for the healer anymore. Good. Awesome. Put your ass up there. He can't get to you up there. Back here. Good. Attack. Now I don't have to worry about Jikoji anymore. There's always a way. Okay, what does he have? I know what I can do. I've got an energy up. Heal everyone. On his next turn, just have him use the energy up. Awesome. Wait, I may not even have to do that. Okay, now that I've got everyone in position, this battle is much easier. Yes! Bosses give a lot of XP, just like they do in normal RPGs. Then Nobunaga's ghost says something incredibly stupid. Shinobi key is incredibly fucking annoying. Your main character is the only one that can have it. He can't drop it. He can't drop it. He can't give it away. And you can't sell it. It's ridiculous. I can get body healer. Might as well. Who cares? Now I've got an empty space. I want to see something. This is I just defeated Nobunaga's ghost. I don't think I'm afraid. Oh, shit. Oh, good. Oh, fuck. Didn't affect the main character. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Believe it or not, enemies don't usually flee from battle. Even in a hopeless situation where you've got like a giant rat against a dude who's level like 20-something, normally the enemies stand their ground and die. If I remember correctly, the door, the spiral room, I already told you that the room with the entrance door doesn't have an exit door. But I believe the room with the exit door has a treasure at the entrance. Is very useful. The most useful ninja spell in existence until you get super. And super should not be used against some bosses. When you get super, it's literally like what the name implies. You become super. Your power increases dramatically. The downside is you won't be able to use magic. We don't have to worry about that yet because that magic doesn't come until much later in the game. Until then, burn is the most useful ninja spell. I believe this is the room. We use the trick to go around the corners without touching them. Magic Fox goes right away from magic most of the time. Now they both can attack me. Thankfully, Dizzy is one of those effects that only lasts once for one battle. Oh shit, I just did it. I did the one thing I wasn't supposed to do. Let's see if I did it wrong. I think I fucked up. Don't care about you. Fuck, I did it again. There's the entrance door. Let's see. Yep, treasure. Ooh, this is an awesome item. Now, it's not the world's greatest item, but it's great. I want it. You don't get it, I get it. Because I'm the main character. You're just following me. Anything that can get that resist up, because when you get to resist of 100, that means that you will become immune to all magic damage. You can just get rid of the metal magic. Let me show you what happens. You try I dropped the shinobi key. Can't be discarded. You know what? I can just fight these guys some other time. Now that I've gotten the treasure. Skip this bullshit. Okay. Back to the top floor. Door. Okay. Might as well. Gonna be a brief enough battle as it is. Come on. Leveling up is always nice. Even in games that don't heal you every time you level up. But this one does. Oh, this dagger. Day 1, stabbed someone. Day 2, stabbed someone else. Felt better. I really don't like this battle. I'm not scared, I just don't like these many beings that can make me dizzy. Just a tip, whenever you're in a situation where there's enemies that have the opportunity to attack more than one person, take those guys out first. I don't think magic boxes can summon allies. Anywho. Now we get the fuck out of here. Thank you. Ah, we're almost there. Mount Ochi is where you end the first half of your journey and start the second half. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that was this dungeon. Next time, I will show you how to perform work and make money. Working for daimyo, spying and burning down castles. Anyway, see you next time.